Yo, it's Guido coming at you. Saturday shenanigans. I was trying to figure out. I wanted to do something a little bit different. I've done Saturday shenanigans of other video games along the way. I was kind of planning on that this week, but I don't know. The motivation left me or something. So here we are in World of Tanks again, and I sat down trying to figure out what I want to do for this Saturday video, and then realized I wanted to play a couple games, so I played a few. Actually played one in my Crusader right here, but this is the game I'm going to show you, but I'm in the garage right now. Just want to update you guys on a couple things. Later today, I will be on the Wargaming NA stream doing the sheriff thing, I believe from, hold on, I got to check it. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I found it. I should be prepared, but I am not. From 1 to 2, 1300 to 1400 Central Time, right? That's Central Time. On the Wargaming NA stream, I will be streaming / platooning with some of the Wargaming NA guys and gals, and doing that in the sheriff account. Twitch drops are going to start. They're going to do a practice with those tomorrow. They're going to check it out. So what that means is you sit there and you watch Twitch. You have your account linked to the Wargaming account, to your World Tanks account, and then when the drops come down, you get goodies. How that exactly plays out, I don't know. That's the gist of it, as I understand. But if you come by, I think we'll be able to figure that out for you. And you can get some goodies just for watching on the drop. So I think they're going to try to add that at least to the Wargaming NA stream, which sometimes we will be picked up by that as well. So that'll be pretty cool. So that's tomorrow, Saturday, or actually today. Tomorrow for me right now, but today for you while you're watching this on Saturday from 1 to 2 Central, 1300 to 1400. So I appreciate that. The Crusader is one of the tanks, just a quick update of what I'm doing, is one of the tanks that I'm trying to get my 100 battle challenge done in. If you look at this, I'll slide all the way down here, and you will start to see, look at all these tanks I have right around 100 in. These are all the ones I've finished, and now I'm down here doing the GW Tiger P, if you can believe it. We'll show you something on that in just a second. 62% win rate in a Tier 8 artillery, pretty good artillery actually. Interesting that in a similar amount of battles with not a much different damage, I think. I'm doing 1500 in this, and in the Su-14 I'm doing 16. I'm actually doing more damage in the Su-14, so probably low sample size is a lot of that right there. I don't know if this is a 61% win rate type of tank if I played 1,000 games in it, but kind of interesting that those two are off that much. You can see that I am slightly further ahead in average XP on the GW. But anyway, I've got 88 battles, getting close to the 100 on that. The TRs and the Crusader are the two that I'm really working on right now, and I'm going to show you that Crusader game because it's got a fun little thing at the end that it's one of those things where you actually enjoy the game for just a minute. that sounded crappy. I almost always enjoy the game, but that game was one of those ones that you extra enjoy it. I am, speaking of enjoying the P43 TR. This is a really good Tier 7 medium. I have to tell you, I like this thing quite a bit. It's a great little tank. The Crusader has been changed to a Tier 6, and so up tiered to Tier 6, and it's a light tank now, which has been kind of cool. I am running that thing with no 6 cents. I need to actually, I'm going to do that right here, real time. This is how we're going to do it. We're just going to increase this bad boy. We'll use a little bit of this free XP I have, which I don't really need because I don't have anything to grind anymore. Now I have 6 cents, but this last game that I'm going to show you, I did not have 6 cents. Didn't end up mattering too much. We'll worry about that later. So the 100 battle challenge thing's ongoing. I want to show you this Crusader, and I also want to show you this is one of those things that is going to annoy some, but that's okay. We're going to go to the Hall of Fame, and we're going to see what all this arty playing I've been doing lately. I'm going to tell you, I have enjoyed. Mine does that every time. Does yours do that? The first time you try to go to rating on the ratings by vehicles in random battles, it gives you that little error. Seems like every single time. Look at this, baby. I'm number 16 in the Su-14-2 and number 45 in the GW Tiger P. You can see I'm actually playing numbers-wise the Su-14 better, but I'm losing 10% more basically battles. Kind of an interesting thing. So that's probably due to just a low sample size, to be quite honest. At 80 battles, what is that? 2 battles? 2 battles, I guess, or so, difference in win-loss. So it seems like a big deal, but it's probably not really a big deal. I have played the M41D quite a bit in the LTG, Looks like the M41D, I need 2 more battles, but I think I actually got this one to 100, so I'm probably not going to get there. In any event, at 4,800, at 4,896, ooh, that would make me number 1. I should probably play that twice more. In fact, I think I will, even though I got it to 100 battles. I only need 2 more. Oh, geez, I hate it when I do that. So there you go. I just found something in real time while we're talking here. I think I might get my M41D out and see if I can't take the number 1 position on that thing. Watch me just completely crater twice in a row, and it'll be nowhere close. So that's what I wanted to say before we get into this video with the Crusader, which is really kind of a fun little light tank. I think it still needs a bit of a buff mobility-wise, and I believe there's one coming. Or maybe it just happened. I don't know. Maybe that's why I enjoyed it more. Maybe it did just happen. Let me know down below if you can remember. Because stuff gets a little bit mixed up in my head at times. Because, you know, old and stuff. But it's pretty good. I think it got buffed when it got moved up to tier 6. But I think there was a second buff coming because they realized they didn't give it quite enough. And maybe that already happened. I don't remember. I'll have to look into that. But I've been playing that one, like I said, the P43 TR, and then just enjoying myself. Going back to the Arty thing, which I don't think I finished that thought, much like Uncle Joe there. I have been countering the living crap out of other artillery. I have multiple games with 2 counters. I haven't managed the trifecta yet in a 3 Arty game. I came close once, but I couldn't quite find the last guy. But I've had a bunch of other 2 kills. It's been fantastic. It's just been the tears that you have to imagine are happening right there. So if you see me in a battle in my Arty and you're an Arty, you must move because I will be looking for you. It's been quite enjoyable. So we'll be playing the Sheriff account. You'll see me from 1 to 2 later today, Central Time, 1300 to 1400. What follows is my little game here in the Crusader. I kind of enjoyed that. It's not a monster game, but there's a great little thing that happens towards the end. So I'll see you in just a minute in the replay. I hope your Saturday is good. We'll see you tomorrow on Sunday with Coffee Talk. Pilgrim and I will be back talking about tanks, and Monday with Miserable Monday, and hopefully lots of counter footage in there as well. I think that's pretty much it. Let me know, you know, occasionally I ask you guys this and I get some pretty good feedback, but let me know if there's some other games and things you might want me to look at. Feel free to put those down in the comments down there. I have done a little bit of War Thunder. I'm kind of off of it because it's something of a pixel sniping game, and I don't know, it doesn't do it for me, even the flying part of it. But I could be convinced to revisit it. I do want to get back into some more DCS and show you guys some more Eagle flying in there. And then I eventually should get back to Mountain Blade Warband. If that is that Warband, whatever the new one's called, Warlord, Bannerlord, Mountain Blade Bannerlord. I'd like to revisit that as well. I have put that down for a couple months, but I feel like I want to pick it up again. Anywho, here we go with the Crusader game. Yo, all right, here we are on that encounter, or on an encounter. No, we're not. We're on Overlord. I was thinking something else. Where are we? I have no idea. Who am I? What am I doing? Where are we, Uncle Joe? We don't know. I'm just going to... I try to leave politics out, but my goodness gracious, this guy has no idea what year... He doesn't even know what minute it is, to be quite honest. But back to the action. We are spawning into the north. I have my Crusader with no Sixth Sense, which I didn't realize actually at first. I will realize pretty quickly because I'll take a shot here and I should obviously be spotted, but it doesn't go off. No Sixth Sense. Try to sneak another shot and he backs out. We've got quite a few guys down in the south part of, down the south part of the bowl. Tier 6, all Tier 6 battle. There are some artillery. We got 2 on each side, but it ends up being a pretty free-flowing game, which is kind of nice at Tier 6. Because a lot of the guns are sort of small and they got that HP buff going on, the battles at Tier 6 just are a lot more fun. They're a little bit more free-flowing, unlike at Tier 10 and the higher tiers where you do something like I just did, you get absolutely obliterated. But the enemy team sent a huge crowd down to the beach, and that's going to clear things up a little bit for us up here. We got quite a few kind of hanging out in the bowl here, but not very money, not very many. And they are not very money either because they're not money. T-3485 is trying to come up and get some shots. We got 2 of them down. They've got our KV-1S down. And then here comes the big crowd down through the beach pushing up into our backfield. And I see that happening and I'm thinking, all right, I may have to go back here. But for the moment, they're not really pushing hard and they don't have a huge advantage. So we'll just go ahead and cruise in here. This will be a kill. No, somebody else got him. And now we'll come in there and try to get rid of the T50-2, which, as you recall, was a reward tank for being a customer of Wargaming for a long time, for being a player of World Tanks. And now that we have the 10th anniversary, we got another really cool thing, and it's a... no, we didn't. We got a T30 skin. That's going to bounce. That thing has some pretty good armor, actually. So I'm just rolling there. Like I said, it is kind of a free-flowing game based on how many guys they sent down to the beach. If they hadn't sent somebody down to the beach, we would not be sort of free-flowing in their backfield like we are. And that's one of the problems with going down into the pit. They're going to have a hard time climbing out of that. It looks like, I think it was a Hellcat that was back there, kind of kept them busy for a few potatoes. And all of a sudden now they've evened it up 4-4. This is interesting. If you take a look at the setup here, we own the high ground and they've got all the low ground. And it's just difficult when you're coming up through those funneled ramps trying to come up from the beach in the lower areas. It's just difficult to do anything with that. This truck's in the way, so we'll just get rid of it. It's still kind of in the way. Hellcat's actually behind there. I think I take a shot here maybe momentarily, trying to sneak one on him. I know there's a Churchill GC, if you recall, at some point in the recent past. I actually 3-marked that thing. So I do want to avoid getting hit by, I think it's a 300 or so alpha gun if I can. The 001 or the OI is certainly dangerous. They're starting to push up near our cap, so I'm going to start moving back that way because I can tell that we may have a little bit of trouble. The Cromwell sort of YOLO'd in there, and he's not going to have a very good time against all those tanks. There was no reason for me to follow in because that's just too much firepower there. Dicker Max is posted up back here, so he should be able to keep them a little bit busy if they attempt to come back out of the pit from the southern pit. And we've done a decent job clearing out the guys up at the cap, and just all of a sudden, just like that, it's 10-6. When tanks get to low hit points mid to late game, you can often get those wild swings like that where things swing in your direction when a bunch of low hit point guys die pretty quickly. It can go the other way as well. I'm going to come up here and think that my gun depression is going to work, but it's not, so I actually have to be a little bit more committed. I am now shooting my gold because I'm trying to get through an E2. You'll notice that I don't even have a green pipper on the side of that thing's turret, so I switch and I start trying to get maybe into his wheel well there or track him. Get a little bit better aim. There we go. So I get him tracked, and now I'm able to get into kind of the side of his armor / track him at the same time, and that's going to give me some damage, and it's going to give me some assist right in there at the very end. That thing really fires fast. The gun's a little bit anemic, it really is, but it got the job done there with the tracking and finally finding a piece of armor that I could get through. We'll switch back over to the AP, even though I spammed 11 rounds of APCR. But the big finish is coming, folks. I think you know what's going to happen, because this is one of my favorite maps for doing this kind of thing. And if you've watched any of my content, I think you know I get really excited when this setup starts to happen. The AMD 178 Bravo was concerning me a bit. The good news is he gets shotgunned, and I'm sorry, 178 Bravo. You know, I'm not exactly celebrating that you got killed off here, but I am celebrating that you got killed off here because we have this in the bag. I want to have this opportunity, and it's looking good, folks. It is looking good. I'm going to move around here. I'm going to be careful because he's really tight into the edge, so I didn't want to come flying off, but I need a little bit of jump off to get to him, and I think he sees me coming because I'm just going to come over here, and he's thinking, oh my gosh, and I hit, and I do a backflip, and that's right, I got the kill. I survived the fall. I did 543 to him. He did 113. I have no idea how that works exactly, why it is that I would have survived that landing on top of him. I certainly wouldn't have survived it had I hit the ground, but it's maybe it's the fact that he ran out of hit points, and if they run out of hit points, do they stop taking hit points from you? I don't know exactly. That was a very interesting thing. So hold on, let's see if we can we're gonna actually back this thing up. Let's take a look at this here as we go in. Once again, just this is that kind of thing in this game that's just fantastic. I like a little bit of cartoon in my tank game, right? I don't want this to be a tank simulator. I want a little bit of fun and cartooniness, as long as it's not too much, with such things as this. Let's go ahead and just dive off that in slow-mo. Here she comes. C-130 rolling down the strip, falling off the cliff. I don't know. I don't think that's how it goes. We're going to come in there with our corner. We're going to stab him. Look at that. Boom. With the backflip. And I fully expected to explode. And when I realized that I was going to make it, there was a bit of hooting and hollering all alone here in the office. In the Guido Studios. That was fantastic, man. That was fantastic. All right, that's all I have for today, for Saturday. Thanks for coming by. Have a great rest of your weekend. Come by later today at 1 to 2 if you want at the Wargaming NA stream. Say hello to me and everyone who is there. There's going to be 4 of us. I think Sophie's doing it, myself. I can look this up real quick, potentially. You may have seen the ad already. It's on the website. So if you go to their website and you go to the news, you will see Twitch Drops Trial Incoming is what it's called. I can probably actually, well, I can't because I can't see it. I got to put my binoculars on here, folks, because sometimes the font size goes crazy on OBS. Let's see, can I find, there it is, Chrome. Yes, that's what I want. Hey, there it is. So it is on the main page. You're looking for Twitch Drop Trial Incoming. It is myself, Sophie, Trobs, and Damien's Gaming. One thing to note, mine does not go to the right place as of a few minutes ago, unless they fixed it. Yes, that is not me. There is somebody named Guido1212. And I already sent a note into Cabbage, hopefully, to fix that, which is why mine is not Guido1212, and it's Guido1212 GFLC. Some of you may have noted that. The Guido1212 has 35 followers, but I don't know if he's ever done anything. It's possible that is also mine, but I just thought of that. I might have years ago started a Twitch thing and named myself that, but I don't think so. I don't think this is actually mine. There's no other information in here. But when I tried to register Guido1212, I realized that there was already a guy. So anyway, mine's Guido1212 GFLC. Most of you who follow me know that. And what you're looking for is obviously this to kind of figure out what's going on with the Twitch drops. Anyway, that's all I've got. We'll see you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.